StarCraft fans? This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Livibee and Schnitzel on King Sejong Station, the latter edition. In the top left side of the map, we have the red Protoss player. It is Livibee from NSE, which is Nightshade Eradicators. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Schnitzel from Team Ascension. Alright, so Schnitzel is an American Terran player who again plays for Team Ascension's professional team. And then Livibee is another professional player who plays for Nightshade Eradicator. She is from Australia. And she also casts a lot, apparently, because people know who she is. I figured I'd look some information up on her because last time I played, I wasn't sure if it was a girl or a boy or not. And yes, Livibee is a girl. She used to main Zerg, but switched to Protoss, I think, fairly recently. I'm just taking a look here. She graduated from university with a Bachelor of Visual Arts degree. And then apparently she moved to the United States in 2013, but she's definitely Australian. She did do some casting back in 2012 or so with the Pacific qualifiers for IPL 4 alongside Tasteless and Artosis. That's pretty cool. And then she said, I decided to more focus on playing and streaming and things like that. So that's what she's been doing for the last little while. Alright, so here we are on King Sejong Station, gateway into Nexus, into Cybercore with one gas. Second gas should be coming up very shortly for Livibee. There it is. And Schnitzel, on the other hand, is in fact going Reaper Expand. So, Reaper list is what we like to do in these situations. And again, I'm going to remind you, we're getting a little bit low. A tiny bit low on Reaper names. I will tell you soon when it's time to submit new ones, but until then, please hold off. This Reaper's name is Zorba the Reap. And I think, crud, I'm trying to remember, is it Zorba the Great? Or Zorba like a fortune teller of some kind from the 1970s in America? I'm not entirely sure, but let me know in the comments who Zorba the whatever is, because my brain is not firing on all cylinders right now. Zorba, no. Defensive Reapers are not what we like on this channel. Nope, went right under that Ursadat calf, that probe did. No, Reaper, move out. Go try to kill things, kill probes. Force Livibee to play defensively and worry about that instead of macroing. That is a good way to win against anybody, really. It's just the early harassment. If you can keep up your macro back home while disrupting their macro, it's going to help you immensely in the mid-game. But it looks like Zorba the Reaper is just hanging out on this ramp. It's so sad leading up to his natural. Nobody's even coming to try and kill him from Livibee. I mean, Livibee does have a Stalker coming, so that could be used for pressure. But Stalkers are usually used more in a defensive capacity. So this looks like a fairly interesting defensive opener from these players. Oh, I forgot to mention, I found this replay on ggtracker.com. Good place to go to find professional stuff, GM level stuff. The players are very good. They don't have a lot of replays frequently. I mean, unfortunately, I'd like to see them have a whole ton more because I need a whole ton more, but still, they do their best. And it's a pretty fancy website as well. So ggtracker.com, go check them out. So Reaper did decide to head out here at 3 minutes and 18 seconds, which seems late. But maybe the delayed Reaper will catch Livibee by surprise. That seems very possible. It's just now the Mothership Core is out. Actually, is the Mothership Core out? Yes, Mothership Core is out. 2 Stalkers are out. It's just so rough for a Reaper to get anything done when a Mothership Core and 2 Stalkers are out. Having some second thoughts. No popping up at this back door into the main base. There's a Stalker waiting. Oh, Livibee. Livibee saw exactly what was going on there. And bam, takes it down. Kitty charge and knocks some of those probes back, but does only 10 points of damage to them, which they will quickly regenerate thanks to their shield ability. And yeah, Reaper Zarbo, not our greatest Reaper of all time, unfortunately. So may he rest in peace, and let's get on with the rest of this game. As per usual, what comes up after the Cybercore is most important, and it is going to be a Twilight Council with Blink and a robotics facility for Livibee. Meanwhile, Schnitzel has a drop with Marines with Widow Mines heading up. Okay, one Widow Mine. The other Widow Mine is on the ground. It's going to attack at the front door while the drop possibly happens at the back door. So here comes Schnitzel, again, keeping that pressure. That's what you got to do. Another starport on the way for Schnitzel as well. Livibee's robotics facility just about to complete and going for the Dark Shrine. Look at that, Dark Shrine opener. Not even a win behind Dark Shrine, just a straight up Dark Shrine. I mean, she's up 42 to 34 Harvesters, which is pretty darn fantastic. And Widowmine trying to get up here. Stalkers see it. Run, Widowmine, run, burrow. Nope, didn't burrow. Flies on in here with the drop. There's a Mothership Core with a Photon Overcharge available, dropping anyway. Photon does come up, killing a Marine, 2 Marines. Widowmine shot gets 2 kills. Marines going to town on this assimilator. Pretty good reaction time. out of Livibee. Mothership Core coming over, getting some shots off, but getting shot in return by the Marines. Yeah, get out of there. Get out of there. All the probes hanging out on this assimilator. Stalkers coming in from multiple sides. Gonna get rid of that medevac first. Almost. Do they have the blink? No, the blink is not quite finished yet. Blink finished just about a second or two too late. Libby would have taken out that the medevac, but did not, unfortunately. But still, pretty good hold there. Only lost a couple of workers. 3 to be exact. And Probe looking to set up for a third base here for Livibee. Banshees are out for Schnitzel, getting hyperflight rotors and another factory. Are we meching Schnitzel? It kind of looks like he is. He's got a barracks, but he's going to have 2 factories, 2 starports, and then a 3rd command center here. This looks very Skyterran mechy-ish out of Schnitzel, which is fun. It's fantastic stuff. I do love to watch this. We'll see how Libby responds to it, and if she can make her strategy work against this. DT drop incoming from Livibee in that Warp Prism heading on. Looks like it is aiming for the main base. Banshee's in here trying to go for some of these stalkers, but the blink forward. Banshee dead. Another Banshee possibly going to die. Does manage to get to the high ground and live. Maybe. Is there another blink available? There is a blink available, but Libby does not quite use it there. Banshee decides to attack anyway, and then flies on into the natural. Here comes the War Prism. DTs. Taking out an SCV that just finished completing that factory. Hellions and Marines and Banshees clearing out these DTs like they are nothing, though. I don't think Schnitzel lost a single unit during that attack. Good scan, good takeout. Livibee getting out of there and warping in additional DTs. Might try that again, although considering how it didn't go super well for her that first time, I'm not sure what she wants to try that anymore. So here come the Stalkers pressuring at the front just a little bit. They do have blink, which is fantastic. +1 attack is on the way. They're checking for a 3rd base. Great scouting there by Livibee. It's coming in. The command center's on the way. Can you see that, Livibee? Yeah. No, I don't think she could, or she might have harassed it there. Transferring SCVs. There's nothing here at the natural base because everybody's busy with the DTs in the main. Stalkers finally getting chased away by this 4 Banshee crew with hyperflight rotor. Damn, they are fast. They are so fast. And yeah, look at this. These Stalkers try to turn around, but that's too many Banshee. Way too many Banshee. Look at these guys go. Vroom. So fast. All the Stalkers get cleaned up. Ouch. Ouch. So far, so good for Schnitzel. Really has managed to hold off all of the attacks by Livibee. Coming back again with just 1 DT. Unfortunately, there are Banshees here. There's a missile turret here. There are 2 things that Dark Templars hate to experience is Banshee and missile turret. Banshees here at the 3rd base by Livibee. Holy shamoly. Look at this massacre. So many dead probes. And just standing up against the Stalkers, too. I mean, fairly well until 1 died anyway. That's not what you want to see. DT's still alive. Yeah, DT's actually still alive in here. Let's get 5 kills before he gets cleaned on out. Banshee's here in the main base getting chased away by Stalkers by Photon Overcharge. And a big attack here at the 3rd base. I really worry that Livibee might lose this thing. Hellions trying to roast up what they can. A Stalker playing defense and against those guys here at the 3rd base. Stalkers getting rid of all those Banshees. Great positioning by Livibee, taking those things out. Another attack down here with Banshees at the natural base. The multi-pronged harass by Schnitzel. Kind of insane right now. Is this cleaned up? 1 Hellion left against 1 Stalker, and normally I'd say the Hellion wins this, but that Stalker's down to very little hit points. Fortunately, some Stalker friends show up and get rid of it. And we got some more Adept harassment inside the main base of Schnitzel. Adepts are going to town very, very quickly and very hard. But Hellions, Marines, Banshees show up and clear them out as well. So both players have lost quite a bit here. 14 workers killed by Livibee, 23 killed by Schnitzel. Resources lost 4,000 for Livibee and 3,500 for the Schnitzel. Schnitzel, isn't that like a food type of German food? Schnitzel. No. Yeah, a few of my favorite things. That song from Sound of Music has a line about Schnitzel in it, and I think it's food. Pretty sure. Let me know in the comments how dumb I am, because I don't know. I can't remember if I ever knew what it was. Blink Stalkers moving on in. They do have that +1 attack. A little bit more confident. Trying to hit that sensor tower that's been set up. But no, Schnitzel has a big army here. He's got Cyclones. He's got those Banshees. He's got Hellions. Another attack with the Depths inside the natural base, though. Just going to town, taking out those Hellions. No big deal. Extra damage versus light. The Banshees are more of a problem, and so the Adepts do manage to shade away out of there. Stalkers poking around this left side as well. Unfortunately, get caught by this army. And the blink away saves 2 of them, but a couple of them did get killed. Adepts swinging back into the natural base. More and more dead SCVs. She's evening up that workers lost count. 19 to 23 now, as all the Adepts finally do get killed by this army from Schnitzel. Army size is, 42 to 58 in favor of a Schnitzel, and 61 to 56 in favor of Schnitzel. So he's got a lead both in army and in economy. We'll see if this is going to work out for him in the long run. Missile turret shooing away that warp prism, trying to get inside the main base. Does get inside the main base anyway. And another huge warp in of Adepts. There are some Hellions here. They're not the greatest answer though, but the rest of the army shows up. Banshees are here as well. And if I were these Cyclones, I'd lock onto that warp prism if you can. Either way, all the Adepts are going to get cleaned up. They do take a few Hellions with them, maybe a Cyclone or two, but that is about it. I mean, they're shading away, they're transferring away, but the Banshees are so fast and they hit so dang hard. I don't know how's it going to work. Cyclone is possibly going to get rid of this Warp Prism, but no, picks up, gets out of there. The Adepts manage to save it. Adepts just transferring back and forth, causing Schnitzel to run back and forth like he's on skates. The Adepts transfer back into the natural base and go after more of these SCVs. Wow, up to 33 workers killed for Livibee so far. Attack of Stalkers along the left side at the third base while everything is going on everywhere else. Okay, finally I think the Adepts are cleaned up in the main and the natural, but these Stalkers causing huge problems at the third base. They're trying to kill this refiner. They're going after SCVs. Missile turret ends up falling, transferring SCVs. Wrong place, wrong time here. And the Stalkers might be in trouble, but they blink out, take down a Banshee, just destroying individual attacking units as they retreat. Can they get out? So many Banshees are here. And they blink forward again. There's a cooldown on that blink. They can't use it for another couple of seconds here. Can they escape? Most of them, I think, will be able to escape here. Nobody's really coming to save them. A fourth base under construction by Livibee along this right side of the map as well. And it's continuing to make Banshees, Cyclones, SCVs. Is Schnitzel going to push forward? It's 123 to 112 total supply. He has a bit of a lead. Does this Terran player? And here it is. Cyclones on top of everything. Hellions in here too. Banshees getting cleaned up fairly well by a bunch of Phoenix that Livibee has made. A lock-on ability being used on the Immortal. Well, they're one Immortal here, and actually pushing them back is Livibee. I thought Terran had that lead, but the Phoenix were huge with their lift ability, with their ability to take out the Banshees and taking no shots for them whatsoever. Livibee holds that attack fairly well, as Schnitzel has a fourth base here, upgrading into a planetary fortress as well. Schnitzel says, Cyclones seem really bad at straight-up fights. Yes. Yes, there's a reason we don't really see many mass Cyclone plays from Terran and Legacy of the Void. It's because they're not super duper awesome. Wow, double pumping Ravens here is Schnitzel to add to his composition. He's getting vehicle weapons level 2, vehicle and ship plating level 2. So he's getting those upgrades on the way here. +2 attack has finished for Livibee's Stalkers and other ground units, getting charged for some Zealots, but no sign of other upgrades at this point. Banshee's trying to find a place to harass, but nope, holding the zone like a watchtower. Stalkers see that, blink up. Bam, one Banshee dies, another one very close to dying too. Is there a blink available? No. No, but it stopped. Oh, the Banshee stopped moving. Oh, and Livibee took it down. So it's 4 base to 4 base right now. Both players' bases are fairly well saturated. Income tab, 56 to 59 in favor of Schnitzel. I don't know if you want to keep going with these Cyclones, and I don't think he is. He's switching up for tanks, which is a better choice. Switching up for Ravens, which is great, and continuing to make Hellions. I don't know why he wouldn't give those the Hellbat upgrade. Does he have? He has an armory. Yeah, he has an armory here. And where are his Hellions? Yeah, he has the ability to turn them into Hellbats. He's just not. Stalker blink up into this natural base. Just the harassment is endless for Livibee right now. Getting rid of missile turrets, killing SCVs, blinking out. Some of them blinking out. The other one's missing the blink a little bit. One getting burnt to death. The rest of them managing to escape along this right side. This is why most players take down the debris on the right side of this map so they can attack down and defend when they get harassed from that side, but so far Schnitzel shows no interest in doing that at all. Cloaking field on the way. Oh, those Banshees didn't have a cloak. I thought they did. That would explain why they weren't cloaked and kept dying to the Stalkers, though. Storm on the way for Livibee. +3 ground weapons now getting started for Livibee. More Immortals, more Zealots. And basically just trying to go an Immortal Zealot Stalker approach here, again, with a handful of Phoenix in the air. Well, 6 is probably more than a handful. Stalkers for Livibee going up on this to the 4th base. Nope. The army's there and a planetary fortress. They immediately get out. Zealot drop. Zealot drop here at the natural gets cleaned up pretty quickly. Missile turret here to prevent further drops by that warp prism. A great idea by our friend Schnitzel. So 5th base now on for Livibee. Wow, just continuing to macro in face of all of this action. 5th base on that high ground, which is along this direct path from the Terran's base. So Schnitzel's going to see this thing. He scans it. He moves right on up. This is a very brave place to take it. Adept warping at the 3rd base, going to town. A good pull of the SCVs by Schnitzel, but a lot of them are dying. Stalkers here at the natural base, taking down the debris themselves. Pushing up is Schnitzel, but no. Stalkers get their way into the natural base, taking down Banshees. The Banshees have cloak now. Tank gets removed as well. Adepts just trying to take out this orbital command all by their lonesome here at the 3rd base. Army for Schnitzel. There are Zealots, but they're getting melted fairly quickly, especially because these are now, in fact, Hellbats. Schnitzel may have heard me here. Templar in the front getting taken down. Don't put your Templar in the front. Great storm, though, with the remaining Templar. Excellent choice. Schnitzel dodging that pretty darn well. Meanwhile, Adepts here in the main base going to town. Stalkers at the natural base. How many workers does Schnitzel has left? He's got 47 somehow, but I don't know where. Because all of them that are at this 4th base. Photon overcharge being used to defend Zealots on top of Cyclones. Tanks getting taken down as well. Ravens very low on hit points and energy, getting destroyed by Stalkers. Tanks coming up, trying to do what they can, but lifting the tanks are the Phoenix. Brilliant play out of these Phoenix. And it looks like Livibee has solidified here, continuing to warp in units here to the natural base. Zealots taking down Hellions, not something you see every day, but more Hellions come in. A tank on the high ground, having a great day against these Stalkers. And what is that? Oh, actually a Thor by Schnitzel, getting rid of this War Prism. Adepts have taken down one command center. They're going for another one now at the 3rd base, still not getting cleaned up. Everything from Schnitzel that is north has been removed to this point. So, I mean, he is actually up 52 to 46 Harvesters, 73 to 36 workers killed. Livibee has killed a ton of workers, but Schnitzel has been keeping up the pace for sure. +3/+3 on this mech stuff for the Schnitzel. Adepts at the 3rd base finally going to get cleaned up. Maybe, yeah, Thor. Cyclones here, probably have to take it down. War Prism for Livibee sneaks along this right side to get rid of these armories that are researching +3/+3. Oh, no! Oh, that is bad. Meanwhile, more Adepts in the natural base. Adepts Sonic transferring over here to the 4th base. There's a planetary fortress here, though, so that should clean those guys out pretty darn quickly. And yeah, both the armories get taken down as Cyclone responds, gets torn apart by the Zealots here. A tank as well. Man, Zealots have always been mortal enemies to tanks. And now there's nothing inside the main base for Schnitzel to stop these Zealots from just killing everything. Trying to take down the starport, getting rid of these SCVs that were here for no reason. Finally, the army for Schnitzel shows up to clear these guys out, and every Adept but one is going to die. One's trying to sneak around this backside. Phoenix flying to the 4th base because there's no anti-air. Oh, Planetary Fortress, you can't stop this from happening. No siree, bomb, but so many dead SCVs. 90 workers killed by Livibee. 90. Finally, the army shows up. The Zealots here at this 3rd base, this newly created Planetary Fortress. Thank goodness. Still a lot of dead SCVs before the PF clears them out. Just so many dead. 47 to 39 Harvesters. For how many workers Schnitzel has lost, I'm surprised he's not hurting a lot more economically. 5th base is finished for Livibee, mining a little bit. About 7 probes here. Well, transferring up anyway. 2 right now, soon to be 7. Vikings on the way for Schnitzel, researching the Dark Templar blink upgrade. Oh, this is on the test map. This is on the test map. All right. So here we go. Cyclones using their thing. Their Tornado Blaster. Extra damage versus armored. 5th base does end up getting killed. Nice pick up there by Schnitzel. Does he know about the base along the right side? He does know about Livibee's. Oh, he's going to head there now. Okay, I was going to say, if he doesn't know about that, he should. He should, and here he comes. Can he actually get back into this game by taking down bases of Livibee's? Cannon here, not enough to stop this from happening. Cyclones with +2 doing 8 damage versus armored, which includes buildings, I think, and bam! Suddenly, Livibee is down to 3 bases. Planetary Fortress here at the 3rd is protecting a handful of mineral patches and about 2,000 gas, which seems, yeah, it's probably fair. It's probably a fair assessment. Schnitzel moving in, big time battle here. Again, Storm on top of everything. Phoenix trying to take out these Liberators that are mixed in. The Storm Blankets are great for Livibee. Just eating them for the most part with Schnitzel in that battle. All that's left is a Thor with 11 kills. Immortal versus Thor. Immortal wins that one, especially with the Archon support. So Livibee wins the straight up battle. But both players are bleeding pretty heavily to this point. 100 workers killed by Livibee. 63 killed by Schnitzel, which is nothing to sneeze at. Nothing to sneeze at here. War Prism for Livibee has a Templar and a Zealot trying to find ways to kill things. Schnitzel's trying to take a 5th base along this left side here, and there's that high ground harassment area that is pretty popular to take. I might... Ooh, nope. Phoenix, you're just going to fly in to take these guys out. Ready to go. Phoenix, take them. No, Phoenix had other things in mind. Oh, that's terrible. Lock-on ability being used by the Cyclones to try to take out this War Prism. War Prism gets the high ground and manages to survive. Phoenix a little bit forgotten at this point, and they are going to return. Yes, returning to this 5th base and destroying all of the mules, all of the SCVs. Oh, SCV massacre. That hurts. That hurts so very, very much to see that one happen there. So, again, somehow Schnitzel's still in this game, despite the fact that he's lost. Let's see now. 104 workers. Whew. Absolutely brutal. Livibee's production tab is a little sparse right now. Okay, now warping in some Zealots, warping in some High Templar. Turn those into Archons? Yes, morph those two into an Archon. Observer flying in to this 4th base up on the high ground, finally making a missile turret, but here comes the push. Zealot, Stalkers getting right on top of the Cyclones. Storms on the Cyclones, lifting the Cyclones as well, allowing the Stalkers and the Archons to clean them out. Beautiful play. These Phoenix have been important throughout the entire time they have existed in this game, forcing a liftoff at the 5th base, storming the workers, not quite killing any of them, but they're very low on health. To this point, Schnitzel says, I don't know what units to make. Seems to have a pretty good attitude about this as he loses yet another command center. He still has this 1 mining base, and Livibee, I mean, isn't exactly on fire right here. Livibee's army supply is 45. Thors would get wrecked, says Schnitzel. Archons flying in to murder some stuff as well. Immortals doing damage. Templar not finding really anything to storm. Warp Prism continuing to warp in reinforcements. And there's the GG. GG from Schnitzel. Schnitzel is defeated and Livibee is victorious. Well done. Man, this was a good TVP. Lots of action on both sides of the map. Lots of dead stuff. Resources lost 30,000 for Livibee, 34 for their Schnitzel. Ooh, and look, I mean, Livibee didn't even really replace her 4th base or her 5th base. She was running on fumes right there, essentially running on 3 bases with 21 total harvesters. 21, but had the army supply to make it work, had the composition to make it work. Schnitzel Cyclones not as good as he hoped that they would be, and yeah, I think he was right. They're just not that good. I mean, they get the armor, they do damage versus armored here. It's just, maybe some more tweaking needs to happen. All right, so that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself. Patrons! Nicholas Cheek, Sean Govin, Nick Riley, Josh Cornelius, Jin, Robert Farmer, Kayan, Matt Meermans, Hakon Marcus, Christopher, Alex Coffey, Ben Raboyne, 19 Day, Kith Carlo, Alexander Canaras, Complex, Ian Westbrook, Michael McIntosh, Sam Estagoy, Bo Brissett, Kale Anderson, Trevor Smith, Manhattan, GMP, Sik Kupata, Pedro Batsaris, Michael Wellen, Plaid, Henry Cooper, Clayton Knight, Jan Kodera, Kevin Chang, Rajiv Bhatt, link at the top right. Thank you. Bye.